This is the Trump Cybersecurity Fraud Podcast.
Okay, I'll challenge the MAGA'S to find information that's contrary to Trump's intent to make millions, billions, and multi-billions through his meme coin that is being sold out there, and what's already been made is pretty obvious. It can be tracked, and that's it's a matter of record. But the priority on lowering groceries or reducing inflation is going to be a figment of most people's imagination. It'll be tracked, but not much has been said about that. I've already talked about the disabilities issues and how Parkinson's and the national plan to end Parkinson's is not getting any attention. Probably won't because of other priorities. So that's the nature of this podcast, is to bring light of some facts that are out there. These are all tracked. These are information. It's information that's available from several sources, and you'll see that it's pretty random. And ones I chose, it's just that it can be international, or it can be something national, or it can be TikTok or a podcast, or just little pieces here and there. But I hope you pick up on the challenge to find something that explains the things now that's going on in the background in a better light than what they're being presented, because it's more of a Ponzi scheme. And I'll put my credentials up on both the Bitcoin and any of the information that's out there, including my background as a financial analyst and financial representative. So I think I have the credentials to follow up on anything that I've stated.
Something absolutely insane happened. It was midnight, I was awake, and I saw a new meme coin drop, Trump coin. And I was like, here we go again. This is so wrong. Another scam, and I went back to sleep. Biggest mistake ever, because that coin went from $0 to over several billion dollars in just a couple hours. I woke up the next morning like, now, full disclosure, I don't actually own any Trump coin myself, but imagine waking up to realize that the new president of the United States just made a meme coin, and then imagine realizing it's not actually a joke, it really happened, and that someone bought $1 million worth of this coin at 18 cents a piece, which became worth several $100 million. Barron is a genius. No, we have no idea who the buyer actually is. Could be Vivek, could be Elon, could be a small loan of $1 million. But allegedly, it's an insider, because no one would have actually bought $1 million worth of a meme coin just minutes after it launched, unless they knew something
Pump
about
and
something.
dump at its worst.
Another meme coin.
From a crypto ball before the inauguration featuring Snoop Dogg to a new crypto task force just launched today by the SEC, supporters of the digital currency are hoping the president's promised golden age extends to them.
The reign of terror against crypto is over.
And now, after using his Trump brand to sell everything from steaks and vodka to sneakers and Bibles, the president promoting his company's newly launched Trump meme coin.
I don't know much about it other than I launched it. I heard it was very successful.
Those tokens, usually pegged to internet trends or celebrity endorsers, holding only the value traders put in it. At one point, the Trump coin rocketing from $6.50 to more than $72. Today, trading closer to $45 a coin. A similar coin, named for Melania, launched just yesterday.
There was this promise that Trump would usher in a time of at least thoughtful debate. What the concern now is that launching a meme coin is one of those corners of crypto that is taken less seriously.
And ethics experts concerned about conflicts of interest and the Trump family enriching themselves off these coins.
He has the power now not only to be making money, but he's actually going to be in position to be making determinations around that entire sector.
I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world.
For the president, an evolution from just 3 years ago.
Bitcoin, it just seems like a scam.
President Trump pointing to the influence of his son, Barron.
Barron knows so much about this.
Right.
Eric, and Barron's a young guy, but he knows it.
The support so far for crypto now sending its most widely known currency, Bitcoin, to near record high.
So, what's not mentioned in the NBC piece is Elon Musk influence on this project as far as the Trump meme, not to be confused with cyber currency, but also, the thing that comes out of that is the old expression that if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Well, in this case here, there is an exception in that the meme is being treated like cyber currency, but it's really not.
Donald Trump has been president for barely 24 hours, and we already have a Trump and Melania meme coin pump and dump, a basket of random crypto purchased by their World Liberty Financial DeFi project, and zero Bitcoin. Today we dive into the growing crypto culture of scamming and gambling, and how these doomed to fail projects will only highlight the integrity and strength of Bitcoin in the long run. Trump may just be starting a very public learning experience on why Bitcoin, and we can only hope that millions will learn alongside him, because as history tells us, this will not end well.
To zero!
Over the weekend at the aptly named Crypto Ball leading up to his inauguration, Donald and Melania Trump launched their very own meme coins, and they both quickly rocketed up in value, with the Trump coin hitting a market cap of $8 billion within hours. Since then, it's pulled back quite a bit in its first of what could be many rug pulls on overzealous retail investors. We can only hope that the rugs won't get as bad as what happened with Hawk Tuah coin a few months ago and hundreds of other crypto meme coins over the last several years that ended up scamming people of billions of dollars. Without the baggage of false innovation promises that saddle traditional altcoins like Ethereum, XRP, and Cardano, meme coins are unapologetically gambling. They draw investors who are usually young into a cult of celebrity or internet meme hype and inject it with the thrill of high-stakes digital gambling. Over the last several years in the US, sports and crypto gambling have increasingly merged. Their apps look the same, their advertisements look the same, they even appear on the same sporting events and stadiums, and often cross-advertise on each other's platforms. And with the cost of living continuing to surge, and more young people getting priced out of the housing market and struggling to afford to live on their own, the urge to gamble on risky bets to get ahead grows stronger. This is just another symptom of the ever-increasing wealth divide that is at its core caused by our broken monetary system. The wealthy stay focused on saving and investing in hard assets propped up by money printing, and the middle and lower classes are increasingly drawn to sports and crypto gambling in an attempt to not get left in the dust. The extreme popularity of the Trump and Melania coins are a perfect example of this trend, and it's unfortunate to see the sitting president going in this direction, but it's not all that surprising. On top of the meme coin launches, take a look at this post from Donald Trump Jr. yesterday, where he announced that the Trump's World Liberty Financial DeFi platform bought a whole bunch of random crypto, and get this, zero real Bitcoin. You'll see the $47 million worth of WBTC there, which is something called wrapped Bitcoin, which is basically a promise of Bitcoin wrapped in another token that exists on a different blockchain, in this case, Ethereum. Why they chose to buy this instead of the real thing is beyond me, but I think it speaks to the confusion and deception that engulfs the crypto industry as a whole. And of course, OG Bitcoiners who have been around for many cycles saw this coming from a mile away. And although Trump's support of broad crypto regulation is good for Bitcoin adoption in the US, it's a two-edged sword. And the proliferation of these crypto gambling scams will only continue to increase under the new administration. This new era of freedom in the crypto space has turned into a modern-day Wild West. With little oversight, non-Bitcoin projects are free to operate without any real consumer protections. We're talking rigged token sales, celebrity endorsements, and what are essentially Ponzi schemes disguised as innovation. At first, this might seem like a win for crypto, but let's be real, it's a gold rush for scammers, not a breeding ground for genuine innovation. This is why Bitcoiners are always urging people to stay focused on Bitcoin and to cut out all the other crypto noise. Bitcoin.
And you see where money, when you start something like this, people invest in it, and he had this, I guess, this inauguration party. Pre-inauguration party hosted by Snoop Dogg and sponsored by the cybercurrency industry. Elaborate plan was put in place to put a coin out, and got investors into this, and you'll see that the investors, of course, the people that put the coin out could sell out at the highest points, making billions for the Trumps, and while others that kind of were suckered into this deal could lose a lot of money. A lot of those things are, hey, you put $10,000 in and it's going to make a lot of money, and you end up losing a lot. Now, I've seen a lot of these, and I've looked at them for people, and I said, these are not good deals. And I've been asked even by some people like Elon Musk or fake Elon Musk to do the similar thing to sponsor my podcast. So I'm well aware of what's going on here, but a lot of people aren't. So it's easy to see, looking at what was done with the DOGE, which is a thing that is the government entity, or the one that Elon Musk is involved in. He even made money, and he's the world's richest person. You'll see a lot of publications that talk about how much it was, and they talk about the $70 billion meme coin, or he made a pitch on X or Twitter and TikTok, which he wanted to get active for a reason. I'm sure TikTok's negotiating some deals with Trump. Snoop Dogg was even involved in it, and so he was pitching the fact that he had this meme coming out and got a lot of people to invest. Now, a lot of the billionaires that you see that's got influence, we don't know exactly what they put into this, because it could be in a sense of, Bitcoin's not able to totally gauge the amount of money, but that Elon Musk put in around $250 million into the campaign, but that's probably a starting point for some of the other billionaires when you talk about Jeff Bezos or some of the others, even with Apple or some there's Google representation there, and Facebook or Meta. So it's really a big issue, and something that you should take concern at. There's a lot of smoke being created, particularly about the Biden pardons, when you can let criminals that we've seen that attacked the Capitol, which I can't believe that people think that's acceptable in any way, and other things that's being pitched out there. But my certification as a financial advisor and a financial analyst came through my employment at the age of 60, and that's 20 years ago, with UBS, and then later on, about 4 or 5 years later, with MetLife Financial. But I went to New York, participated in a lot of training there, and then later on I went to Denver, where I interacted with a lot of the investment bankers there of UBS because of my cable background. So I've got an extensive background in that, and plus I have worked for some companies in cyber currency and Bitcoins because of international trade. So it's more than just a passing hobby or passing interest. So I have a more in-depth understanding of this than maybe just a hobbyist or somebody that's just done on their own research. So you might want to pay attention. I realize that people believe what they want to believe, but I have a lot of people that's kind of contacts, discusses the cyber currency and Bitcoin, and we've had issues with Bitcoin mining. So I've been around for a lot of different phases of this. So I think you're going to see that some of the things that's being brought up are really dangerous when that's the focus of the person that's now the president of the United States.
Okay, the following is a dumbing down of meme coins for my MAGA friends who still believe that Donald Trump is putting a priority on lowering grocery prices and reducing inflation. His billion-dollar friends are doing otherwise. He's been put in a position where he can make billions fast, and he's not going to be constrained if he makes all this money from billionaires.
Word Crypto, the #1 YouTube channel for crypto education. Here, we explain topics of the cryptocurrency world using analogies, stories, and examples so that anyone can easily understand them. In this video, I'll explain what the Trump meme coin is, some of the drama around it, and the tokenomics of how these kind of coins usually work. First off, it is important to understand the tokenomics of this project, which is basically a fancy way of saying the economics of a token. In other words, supply and distribution. For meme coins, including the Trump token, you can actually search the address of a contract on a public blockchain explorer to see what the supply actually is and who's holding it. For the Trump coin, you can look it up on solscan.io and see that there are a total of 1 billion tokens created. However, only 200 million, or 20%, were released on day one. The rest of the tokens, or 80% of the total supply, are held in a single wallet, which we'll explain in a minute. Roughly the next 10% is held by centralized and decentralized exchanges as a form of liquidity that allows people to buy and sell. That leaves the final 10% of the supply for the public to actually hold and trade. That 80% number I mentioned previously is the rest of the supply, and it's owned by Creators and CIC Digital LLC, the company that launched the token, which will be allowed to access the funds throughout the next 3 years. In simple terms, this token will definitely be inflated as free tokens are literally given to the owners of the project throughout time, and it's up to you to guess if they will hold these tokens or if they'll sell them, because it's definitely true that they will get them for free. Oh, by the way, if you want early notifications on stuff like Trump launching his own token, or DeFi tutorials on how to trade this token before it hits big exchanges, such as Coinbase or Binance, you should consider joining our email list by signing up completely free at whiteboardcrypto.com. You can also use the link in the description below. Also, let's move on to trading volume. The Trump coin launched on Solana on Friday, January 17th, 2025, a couple days before the official inauguration. Within 3 hours, it had billions of dollars put into it, both through the project's ability to buy with a credit card and also through decentralized exchanges like Radium or Jupiter. Tons of people were buying and selling, and while there were posts announcing it on Trump's own social media pages, some people wondered if his accounts had been hacked to promote a scam coin, which is
okay. Here's where Elon Musk and other billionaires come into the picture. They can buy it cheap.
Some early investors made
join the pump and dump
and by not just buying
sell before all the other people that start putting their money in. You know, modern day Ponzi Scheme.
To facilitate trades. Providing liquidity is a great way to have exposure to an asset while also profiting on the trading volume of that asset. And when this project was launched, there was significant trading volume. Moving on, something we usually look at during research or projects is the history of the creator. For this politician, this is not the first crypto project he started. Trump, or rather the company behind him, has also created an NFT collection of digital trading cards, which just released a 4th series. And Trump's also associated with a crypto trading company called World Liberty Financial, and in the past he's even accepted crypto payments for campaign donations. Overall, Trump and his campaign made around $35 million from selling the NFTs, another $7.2 million in licensing deals, about $13 million in campaign donations and funding, tens of millions of dollars invested in World Liberty Financial, and tens of millions of dollars in token sales on the same platform. And now his company owns billions of dollars of liquidity in this Trump token. And
Okay, not his first rodeo, so he jumps in here and he goes from millions and billions and multi-billions.
Mugshot edition in December of 2023 led to something called market saturation. That oversupply, along with the fact that you can't even sell these until the end of January 2025, diluted the value of earlier NFTs, disappointing initial investors. World Liberty Financial was launched by Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, and supposedly Donald Trump had no involvement. Regardless, WLF faced scrutiny over potential conflicts of interest between business ventures and political aspirations, especially given the family's political influence. The project had a goal of raising $300 million, and it fell short, with less than half of that secured. So this project's credibility is also questioned, especially due to the involvement of Justin Sun, the well-known Tron crypto founder, who also has alleged histories of fraud. The legality of any of these ventures is questionable because the US does not have substantial crypto regulation in place.
Now you get back to the felony convictions for how the businesses were run, and sometimes through his son, and sometimes through other people, but trying to keep a distance, which is hard to do in this case.
Traders will not see as much profit as Trump and his affiliates will. And if we take political beliefs out of the conversation, which we're trying really hard to do, and just look at the economics, these are not particularly lucrative investments. Donald Trump has been involved in a variety of ventures beyond just crypto that didn't really have a great ending, including Trump-branded physical coins, sneakers, Bibles, guitars, watches, steaks, vodka, and the infamous Trump University. Many of these projects, like Trump Steaks and Trump Vodka, failed due to poor sales and marketing. Well, Trump University faced lawsuits over fraud, and they eventually settled for $25 million. Most ventures relied heavily on his brand name, but struggled with quality or sustainability. They're a disclaimer of meme coins. Now, the point of meme coins is to make money. People buy them with the hope to sell them at a higher price than they bought them, hoping that they're not in the average statistic of someone who loses money. Now, it's really easy to do this right now with aggregation sites like Jupiter that will automatically scan the blockchain and find new coins and list them on their exchange if they meet certain criteria regarding liquidity and other key metrics that differ depending on the exchange. So it's usually pretty easy to buy and sell meme coins that are really popular, where they're gaining popularity quickly. But here's the thing, all of these meme coins have no utility or inherent value. They're not specifically solving a problem, they don't include new technology, and they're really only worth what people are willing to pay for them. So they are entirely what we call speculative assets. People speculate that in the future they will be worth something, so they take a gamble on buying it. To put this in simple terms, meme coins fall into the gambling category. One thing I want to mention here regarding the Trump token is that former President Jimmy Carter actually put his entire peanut farm business into a blind trust so that he wouldn't have a conflict of interest while he was serving as president. On the other hand, Donald Trump launched an unregulated meme coin, which theoretically could let anyone purchase for his gain because he does own 80% of the supply, which leads many people to a theory of this token being used as a non-obvious way to purchase favors from the president. We're not sure what this means for the future of the United States, but we and others can certainly investigate the data on-chain thanks to the transparency of the blockchain. And if you want a sneak peek of that, currently there is a wallet which was funded with $1 million 4 hours before the Trump token launched. When it launched, it bought $1 million of the Trump token as cheaply as possible. And now that initial investment of $1 million is worth over $400 million. And all the evidence points to this being an insider. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Thank you.
No doubt Elon Musk gave him the idea how to pull this off. That's the reason he's got a lot of influence. And then
really
instead of making what I'd consider a military type salute, he used the Hitler salute. Kind of wild.
Trump on Friday launched a cryptocurrency token that quickly surged in value, potentially adding millions to his net worth. The official Trump meme coin broke into the top 20 cryptocurrencies with a market cap of $14 billion, but quickly plummeted following a surprise Melania coin announcement. This latest venture follows a string of unconventional promotions by Trump, including branded Bibles, gold sneakers, and diamond-encrusted watches. President-elect Donald Trump on Friday launched a cryptocurrency token
$1 billion less than 24 hours after he announced on X that he is launching his first meme coin. With around 100 million followers on X, the coins instantly gained massive traction, with people buying it like crazy. In less than a day, the market cap skyrocketed to nearly $7 billion. And since Trump holds about 80% of the supply, he theoretically made the same amount of money in a single day that took him 78 years. Donald Trump just made nearly $6 billion less than 24 hours after he announced on X that he is launching his first meme coin.
Melania have released their own cryptocurrencies, and they've exploded to a value of billions of dollars, all on the eve of Trump's return to the White House, where he plans to
ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet.
So what's going on? On Friday, Trump launched his own meme coin called Trump. A meme coin is a type of cryptocurrency inspired by internet trends. They're not seen as very reliable because they're susceptible to crashing. Within hours, the total value of Trump's coin had jumped to a value of more than $14 billion, and it broke into the world's top 20 cryptocurrencies. 80% of the supply of this coin is held by companies affiliated with Trump. Then on Sunday, Melania Trump dropped her own coin. In 10 minutes, its total value had shot up to $1.8 billion. But at the same time, the value of Trump's meme coin tanked and halved to a value of $7.3 billion. As of midday on Monday, Trump's coin steadied to around $10 billion. So why does this matter? Crypto funders poured millions of dollars into the Trump campaign during the election. And Trump's packed his inner circle with pro-crypto appointees. And Trump even calls himself the crypto president. His presidency marks a shift in the perception of crypto, and the expectation is for less regulation under his leadership, marking a new future for the US financial system. Donald Trump and his wife Melania have released their own cryptocurrencies, and they've exploded to a value of billions of dollars.
Ahead of Donald Trump's inauguration, it is the war of meme coins between US President-elect Donald Trump and his wife Melania Trump. Donald Trump's meme coin saw a rapid rise before crashing over 50% after the launch of Melania Trump's Melania coin. The crypto world was rocked this weekend as Donald Trump's official meme coin made a grand debut ahead of his inauguration, briefly soaring in value before crashing spectacularly. Now, Melania Trump, the incoming First Lady, introduced her own meme coin, Melania. And of course, this new coin caused a temporary 50% decline in value of her husband's Trump meme coin. Trump's coin skyrocketed upon its debut, reaching a staggering over 15 billion, nearly 15 billion in market value, making it one of the top 20 cryptocurrencies. However, the excitement has been short-lived. Melania's coin debut had an immediate impact on the value of Trump's meme coin. Now, analysts believe meme coins' euphoria, as the euphoria meme coins will be short-lived altogether due to the lack of fundamentals and use cases at the moment.
Now, for more details, you can follow the following YouTube.
Simultaneously launched his most ludicrously corrupt scheme yet, which has made him billions of dollars overnight. Now you know where his priorities are. God Save America pointed this out in response to somebody else, so Carlos Turnbull said, in the last 48 hours, Trump has made $25 billion with his Trump meme coin and has canceled his public inauguration, for which he raised about $200 million, which will not be refunded. So Trump raised, from big donors, small donors, $200 million for an inauguration ceremony, which has been canceled. We discussed it yesterday. And overnight, made 48 hours, $25 billion. As John Favreau points out, Trump economy already paying dividends, and he's not even president yet. Thank you, sir, he says sarcastically. So let's dive into the article. Trump's latest and most questionable crypto launch explained. Critics say the move raises serious ethical red flags and Trump's total embrace of a highly unregulated industry. On Friday night, just days before his inauguration, Donald Trump took to X to celebrate the launch of his new meme coin. It's a time to celebrate everything we stand for, he wrote, winning. It's a move that, at least on paper, seemed to inflate Trump's personal wealth by billions ahead of ushering in the most crypto-friendly administration in history. With this launch, Trump joins the ranks of celebrities like Iggy Azalea, Caitlyn Jenner, and more recently, Haley Welsh, better known as the Hawk Tuah girl, all of whom have launched their own meme coins in the last year. Wired describes these currencies as, quote, a type of cryptocurrency that generally has no utility beyond financial speculation. Trump's coin has recently reached a market capitalization of $5.2 billion and a fully diluted valuation of $26 billion, referring to the theoretical value if all possible coins were in circulation. Trump's new pal, Elon Musk, is known for being a big proponent of one of the most famous meme coins, the Dogecoin, named for the same meme that inspired his newly created Department of Government Efficiency. Though the website for the coin states that it is, quote, it is not political and has nothing to do with any political campaign or any political office or governmental agency, some critics argue that there are serious ethical concerns. Quote, unlike traditional Trump-branded ventures, cryptocurrency's pseudonymous nature means anyone globally can invest without identity checks, potentially creating concerns about undue influence on a sitting president, Boaz Sembrado, a fintech analyst, wrote in Forbes. Adav Nadi, the executive director of Campaign Legal Center, noted in the New York Times that, quote, it is literally cashing in on the presidency, creating a financial instrument so people can transfer money to the president's family in connection with his office. Quote, we now have a president-elect who, the weekend before inauguration, is launching new businesses along with the promises to deregulate, says Jordan Leibowitz, vice president for communications at the nonprofit Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington. And he told that to Politico. Trump's own former spokesperson, now staunch critic, Anthony Scaramucci, and we'll get back to him, posted that Trump is in Idi Amin level corruption and mocks the industry we were working so hard to build. The meme coin is just the latest in a bizarre line of grifty, super weird takes on merchandise. Last February, Trump showed off gold Never Surrender high tops for $399 at SneakerCon, which had Fox News applauding his appeal to black voters. In March, he began endorsing the $59.99 God Bless the USA Bible, which includes the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and handwritten lyrics to the chorus of Lee Greenwood's God Bless the USA.
Well, again, the Bible only cost about $3 to be manufactured in China. So there was a net of $57 a Bible.
Trump's inaugural committee has confirmed he will not be using one of these Bibles to swear the presidential oath of office on Monday. In August, Trump released a new round of baseball card NFTs. These cards show me dancing and even holding some Bitcoins, Trump explained in a video on Truth Social. Maybe in the next round, he'll be holding his own meme coins. Blatantly corrupt, perhaps the most staggeringly brazen corrupt act Donald Trump has ever engaged in, which is saying something when you consider the competition. Now, folks, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because the level of corruption of the meme coin itself is staggering. But it's particularly galling. It should be particularly galling to Trump voters that he can dedicate all this time, effort, and energy overnight to effectively, on paper, increase his wealth by $26 billion. But when it comes to lowering your grocery prices and energy prices, which he swore he would do, he'd be able to do it so fast. Now he's publicly surrendering on that. He won't be able to do it fast. He may not be able to do it at all. He certainly can't guarantee it. But what he can guarantee is that he, a billionaire, can make himself substantially richer overnight or in the space of 48 hours. That's where his priorities are, folks. That is his priority, enriching himself, not making sure you survive. And there was already mountains of evidence to that effect anyway. And for some reason, voters ignored it. But
Coin Bureau, November 6th. If you remember, this was not long ago. Get ready for Gary Gensler being fired, or stepping down at least. And guess what? Yesterday was his last day. He has left office. The SEC dropping crypto lawsuits. Hester Pierce being made chair. Stablecoin bill passing. Ross being freed. Pro-crypto cabinet members. Bitcoin strategic reserve. 100,000 Bitcoin. Altcoin season. I'm bringing this up because these are some of the things that we've been talking about nonstop on this YouTube channel. You know, there's things that are not even on here, right? That are more recent executive orders, potentially in 2 days, pro crypto executive orders. These are all just really bullish things that are they're uncharted things that are happening in crypto right now. And I think it's, part of my opinion here is all of that's happening, and all of a sudden people are just like, and I'm seeing it, people are just done with crypto.
Even in his trip to Paris, Trump took advantage of sitting by Jill Biden to make this commercial. Hint, hint, hint. It's easy to see. It could be made into an ad for a product if you sit by Trump. This was at Paris, and so why wouldn't it happen in D.C.?